Listen, we are back. It is your girl, Kelly Kells. It is Through Thick and Thin, the podcast. We are, let me tell you something. I am so excited because before this camera even turned on, Lord, we've been having a good time. Now, a lot of times, I know y'all probably like, where the hell is Myron? Myron is in Dubai. Okay, I'm just glad. Myron is in Milwaukee and
Myron in jail.
Oh my God.
He might no child support or something.
And so Myron's not on child support. Myron is a really good dad.
Okay, good.
So Myron not on child support, but he is in Milwaukee with his son.
Okay.
And they doing some things, getting ready, preparing for the new year. And he said, go ahead and take charge. And I said, I can do it. So Thin is not here, but the thick part is here. And it's so dope that I'm excited because when I say, you know, you can have a guest host, but I said, no, I don't want a guest host. I want to be able to interview. I want to be able to chop it up and spend time with my sister that's here. When I say a vibe, we've been in here really going crazy. Now, listen, some people know her as the Kiana Dancie, but it's so much more, okay? We're talking about author, host, comedian, actress,
real estate agent,
goddamn,
franchise owner. Listen, I'm a coach. I am
an interrupter. She didn't even. How you not even gonna let me?
Oh, I love that interrupter. Okay,
she shake up the room, and she's here today not only because she's preparing for something dope, because she's preparing us for the next level. We talking about B.A.G.S. We talking about nonprofits. We talking about giving back and being so transparent. And I'm so happy you here. Y'all make some noise. Through Thick and Thin. We got my girl Kiana dancing.
Where the people at? Okay.
You clap for yourself here. And that's what you do. You clap for yourself.
Yes, man. You gotta. My mother always say you gotta kick yourself in the butt and pat yourself on the back. So I celebrate me.
And I celebrate you.
Thank you, sis.
It's Through Thick and Thin.
Hey, girl.
It's Through Thick and Thin. That's that kicking yourself in the butt and patting yourself on the back.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, we've been having too much fun before this even started. And we kept saying, what? We're going to do what? Wait till the camera roll.
We're going to say it on the camera. Yeah.
Wait till the camera roll.
Yes.
Listen, Fly.
Let's
start off with, if y'all don't know, y'all need to know. This is a whole vibe from head to toe.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, I love you. And I've always experienced that energy when you walk in the room. It's like, hi, I'm here. I arrived. Yeah, I'm giving and I'm serving. But I'm doing it gracefully or not.
Yes.
Or not. Yeah, I'm very intentional. You're very intentional on when you're making moves. And I know that.
Thank you.
Being intentional has got you this far.
It has.
It has.
It has.
It has. It's no mistakes, man.
But you know, I've listen. I'm not perfect in that. When I do fail, I fail up.
Okay.
And what does that mean is it's every time you fail, there's a lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it may look like I have not fallen, but baby.
But that's the beauty of learning.
That's the grace.
That's the grace. But every time you've fallen, is to be a blessing to someone else, right?
Yes, and a blessing to myself.
Yeah.
But when you get back up, you got so much strength.
Speaking of strength,
Speaking
of getting back up, because you've been getting back up time and time again.
Come on.
Where did it start though? Like we see the Kiana Dancie who is preparing to change the world through laughter, through healing, through transparency, through deliverance of your mind, of your mental. But you started somewhere. Where you from, first of all? I know you AT-alien is a thing, but are you born and raised here?
No, absolutely not. So I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to East.
Yes! Cleveland. I am from Milwaukee, so that's why we click like that.
Kindred spirits, yes. From Cleveland, Ohio. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. But I say this real, and I mean it.
Okay.
With the most purest place in my heart.
Come on.
I don't know much about Cleveland. I go home when people get married or buried. Okay.
Oh, damn. Cleveland.
But
so you moved when you were how old?
I was 9. I was 9 years old. So I am a Georgia peach. I say that all the time. But I love me some Cleveland though. But Georgia is my home. Georgia to me is home because wherever mama is, that's where home is.
Oh, don't say that. It's gonna make me sad because I do not say Vegas is home. My mama is in Vegas. Baby, you need to go back to Milwaukee.
Your mama is throwing them dice.
My mama is throwing them dice and gambling, and I am so excited because every now and then when she win, we win.
Oh, nice.
So Cleveland is a place where you were born, but being in a AT-alien is a thing.
How do they say it? Cleveland bred you, made you. How does it work?
Cleveland.
I guess they bred me in Atlanta, raised me. Yeah.
So Kiana, being from Cleveland, you understand that obviously it's cold there. Yeah. But we here. We Georgia peaches.
Come on.
I only been here for 4 years. Why would I say I'm a peach?
You a
peach. too.
Well, I was there for 6 months, girl. And then, let me tell you something. New York was a good place for me for what I was doing, but I had to come home, girl.
So what was the thing that made you come home? Because New York is a beast in itself, just like Atlanta.
Yeah, well, for me, it just never stuck. Just like when I lived in LA, it didn't stick. Everything that was happening for me in reference to my career was happening here in Atlanta. So I was just like, I'm not finna come up there and struggle.
Why would I do that? It's a force. It's a force. And obviously, okay, so a lot of times, shout out to the people who have started from the bottom, lived in their car.
That part.
But I don't want that storyline.
I do not.
And I don't have it either. And mine is.
And I don't have to.
And I don't want to, because it's a blessing.
That part.
And we working in our gift.
Yeah.
How long you been doing this?
So, confession, I got laid off from my job in 2009. So I used to work for Samsung Telecommunications, and I actually managed the whole Houston market.
Come on.
And so one of my girlfriends, I owned a home, and I would always invite all of my girlfriends over. We would eat and drink, and I had a very, very nice house that everybody came to come over to entertain.
I believe
so
it.
I was like, okay, so they'll come and sit on my patio, surround sound, everything. And I would tell them about my makeups and breakups.
Yeah.
And literally, my ex-boyfriend and I had broke up probably like 30 times. And one time my girlfriend was like, Kiana, this is hilarious. You should do this on stage. And I was like, girl, you want to laugh at my misery? She said, you do not know how funny this is.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I do. Please.
So she dared me to go and do open mic. I did.
Yay. I love it.
Yes, I did open mic at
Yay.
Laugh Stop in Houston, Texas. That's where I met Ali. I met Keisha Hunt and Blame the comic. So did that. They didn't throw apples and oranges at me. And so I got laid off of my job in 2009. And I was like, okay, now and never, I'm going to go to LA. And that's what I did. I moved to LA. But here's the thing.
Wait, Kiana. You went to an open mic. Laid off open mic and moved to LA.
I mean, I fast forward the story.
I was about to say, damn, you are.
But basically, it was like that.
And that's exactly how our careers go. Okay.
Because I actually won a contest also to open for Cat Williams. Look, that man paid me $1,000 for 7 minutes. Girl, I had 3 minutes worth of material.
You hear me? And the best $1,000 you ever made.
Girl, that was the first day I met Leslie Jones, and she was mad at me. She said I stole her joke. I said, sis, I don't got no jokes to steal. I don't know. I said, sis, I'm sorry. I don't
like the people who say we stole jokes.
I said, I don't know. But anyway, I apologize, but I went and got my money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fast forward, I moved to LA. Okay. And look, girl, when I tell you I had a brand new BMW and a pocket full of money because Samsung did me good.
Yeah, they did.
They was like, bye, but here's your severance.
They gave you I love those packages. Thank you. Go be great.
Be
responsible.
Yes. But be great.
But be great.
Well, let me tell you how petty it was. Shout out to Ty Jones. He was my manager. Oh, he was so fine, tall. Oh, nice.
Ooh, I gotta Google Ty Jones.
All the girls love Ty Jones. He was our manager. And he was like, I gotta lay off 15% of the team. He had this conversation with us. He said 15% of the team gotta go. And in my spirit, I knew it was me because I didn't have kids. I wasn't married. And he was very conscious of the fact that everybody had families and everything. He was like, Kiana, I gotta let you go, but I know you'll be okay. And since I saw your butt on Who's Got Jokes.
Okay, I know you got a whole nother career path you're going.
I didn't tell the man.
Entering into your second career.
Girl, that man said, is this you? I said, that ain't me. He said, how you know you did jokes? I said, I don't do no jokes. He said, ma'am. Girl, that man took a screenshot.
Kiana, that had to happen.
He took a picture.
I'm so happy that happened because you could have been stuck in that because it was good. It was good. But think about the life we live now.
Sweet.
I know it was sweet because
it was consistent.
Oh God, it was stable. I get it, but baby, it forced you into the next level.
It did.
It did, and then it opened you up to a world that you had to explore. And you would have never did that.
Ever.
Being stuck. And when I say stuck. Because sometimes we get stuck in the money. We get stuck in those. You were in a gift. Look at you.
Girl.
And even though you were sitting at your house, your amazing house.
from home. Amazing house. Say it again.
You were working from home before the pandemic?
Girl, yes. I've never had a job in the office.
Oh, God.
I've never worked. I had an office job. One time I was like 16 working for NBA credit card company or something.
Okay.
But I was younger. I worked at, listen.
God, at 16, that was an amazing job. I worked at McDonald's, by the way.
I worked at Checkers and I worked at McDonald's.
Oh, Checkers. I would have went crazy.
And I worked at Waffle House.
Oh, no, you didn't. Kiana, nothing about you says Waffle House.
And I worked at Taco Bell.
No.
I worked at Taco Bell. Let me tell you a true story. This is the true story. My mom, my mother don't play by me.
At all.
My mother came to Taco Bell looking for me because she was bringing me something I don't know why she came to my job.
Yeah.
But it was on Buford Highway. If anybody are familiar, Buford Highway and 285. There used to be a Taco Bell there. Now it's a whole real Mexican restaurant.
Oh, perfect. I love Mexican.
So my mother walked in looking for me.
Yeah.
And everybody knew my mother didn't play. And she was like, where's Kiana? And they was like, they didn't want to tell my mother where I was at and what I was doing. And they was like, and they was pointing outside, girl, why was I the Choco Taco on the street in the suit like this?
Kiana, I'm not.
Kiana,
I'm not.
I had my arms out like this. I was a chocolate taco. My mother said, you give them that chocolate taco soup back now. I did not raise my daughter to be
you weren't even the cashier.
Girl, the people made me be the chocolate taco.
Because you had personality.
My mother said, give it
I'm
back.
done.
She said, give it back. And she drugged me. You should have seen my black mama dragging the chocolate taco into the building. She said, you give them their soup back. No daughter of mine to be a chocolate taco.
Were you happy out there?
No.
But you wanted that check.
I wanted that check.
But was that your, hold on, was that your first time being the Choco Taco when she caught you?
Yes, girl.
Thank you, God. Listen, God really be working out.
Girl,
because it could have been week 3.
Yes.
You could have been out there for 3 weeks before your mama
talk about, my mother said, God said, go get your baby. Go get your baby. She out there being the chocolate taco. And it was just, it was the kind of like the suit was real fat. So your arms had to be out like this. I was like extended full. This is a problem.
I'm so sorry. I love Choco Tacos. Why every time you do that, I get hungry and hungry?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Your mama.
My mother.
Let's hold on. We gotta just dive into your mama, because if anybody don't know, Kiana is a mama's girl, honey, and they are thick as thieves in the relationship that you all have. Women will crave for because you don't move and she don't move without that that same cadence.
Yeah, my mom is definitely I would say how do you say my third ear?
Yeah, or
She's
my
third
eye.
Third eye,
ear.
She sees what I don't see. She hears what I don't hear. So I am very blessed and actually very grateful and humbled that God blessed me with a mother like my mom.
Absolutely.
And I would be remiss to say that I don't understand that it's a gift. I know it is.
But see, you know what? I have a super dope relationship with my mom as well. I am, my mother was a single mom.
So is mine.
So the relationship, and she had me young too. Mm-hmm. She was 18 when she had me. So my grandma helped a lot, but my mom was always that person that just supported to the point. If there was a game, if there was a function going on, I would hear my mom above any referee, any buzzer. And it was something I'd longed for. Like,
Right.
And I showed out. Well, I know for you and your mama, during the pandemic, y'all were like hey, what's going on? And your mama was like, this is what you need to do. Your mama was calling me when you wasn't.
Yes, I'm gonna keep it 100. My mother
your mama is the plug.
Yeah, she is, and she knows a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah.
My mother's so intelligent. I remember I used to tell everybody, they said, what your mama do? My mama a doctor, she a lawyer.
Yep.
She wasn't none of those things. But she knew everything.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to be able to have that relationship with my mother, because again, I know that many people do not. But I would say my mother was also a single mom.
Yeah.
She had me at 17 years old.
See? Oh, we have a similar story.
And I think the thing that my mother really, really cherished the relationship between her and I is because the reason she did is because my mother did not grow up with her mom.
Okay.
My grandmother died when my mom was 9.
Okay.
So she only had 9 years with her mother. But guess what? I was born on my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, you were her gift. You were like, oh,
God.
No idea.
My mother said that my grandmother came to her in a dream and said, your daughter is coming on the 26th. The doctor kept telling my mother that I was coming on the 28th. And my mother was like, no, she's coming on the 26th.
Your mom manifested that.
She was already in labor. Yeah. And she was like, she's coming on the 26th. And the doctor was like, ma'am, you ain't, the baby ain't, I don't know how it works because I ain't had one.
Yeah.
But she was like,
but that's coming. We talking about that.
Right. She was like, the baby ain't. And she was like, no. She coming.
And she came.
And I came. And I was born. And they say that I look like my grandmother. I act like my grandmother.
So is your mom like the one of those moms that kept your grandma like alive through memory, or
everybody did?
Okay, good.
Because I was born on my grandmother's birthday. Mm-hmm. Many times they would give me gifts in honor of her. And my grandmother had 6 daughters, so I had 5 aunts. Like we grew up in a very close environment. My grandfather raised 6 girls, so they drove him crazy.
Oh, absolutely. But yes. I know they're extremely tough.
They loved him.
I know, yes, but I think that's when you're raised by a man, you have a different type of view on life. You're like, what? I'm not accepting that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
my granddad raised me. And my granddad raised me too. Even though my grandfather, he wasn't my biological grandfather, you wouldn't have known. Right. He took in all of my daddy girls.
Wow.
And we are like his babies. And he passed away like 2 years ago. When I tell you,
rest in peace.
It's devastating. So I understand that. And I'm so happy that your mom is the person that built you up. So your mama, how was her thoughts when you told her? I'm going full time in what? Was it acting?
Baby,
was it comedy first? Because you just don't jump into something.
You right don't. Away. But you know, my mother's always created an environment where I could be who I am. See, this is what I was a tap dancer. Yeah. I actually tapped. I was a tap dancer.
My daughter does tap.
I was a ballerina
and ballet and jazz.
And I was in an African dance troupe. But here's something that a lot of people don't know about Kiana Dancie. I also played chess as a child. I played at competition level, but let me explain.
Yeah.
The reason I stopped playing chess is the person that taught me and trained me is the person that also molested me. So when I stopped playing chess, it's fine because I'm a therapy kid.
Come on, let's go.
So as I went through that, and my mother knew, she kind of saw that I didn't want to play chess anymore, and she was like, "What's going on?" So, and not to turn the conversation, but it is.
No, this is good.
Yeah, I did a lot of different things in my life, and so it was
all this for the build up.
Right. It wasn't unusual for me to jump into the industry because I'd already been in the industry. And also, I was a catalog model.
Kiana, that does not surprise
Girl,
me. You sitting here looking like a fucking model now.
I was down to the JCPenney's like,
come on, JCPenney. Wait, men in Sears? Come on, Ole Mills photos? Yes. And you have to have a little bit of age on you to understand that. Come on.
You don't see this gap.
Yeah, and you know what? And I love how you embrace your gap. And you know what? It's your logo.
It is. I mean, here's the thing. It's so funny because
my daughter has a gap.
I've been own it.
Listen, and I'm owning it. But I think that she wants to close it.
And if she do allow
her to, I will.
And so I will tell you this. So for me, we put $10,000 in my brother's mouth. So to get the closest gap, right? And but when my mom asked me did I want to close my gap, my answer was always no. Okay. First of all, my teeth are straight.
Yeah.
Second of all, they're white.
Hello. Please and thank you.
Right. And third, they are healthy. Yeah. You know, so people kill me when they be down to the internet to I can see my future in your gap. But can you? Can you? You should, sir, because it's big and wide and straight. And you know, people kill me.
And your gap is not even that big.
And even if it could have been this big. If my teeth now
it's perfect, Kiana.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of gaps, Keisha Cole went and got hers put back in, honey. Hello, somebody.
I can peel an apple and an orange with these two teeth.
Somebody. Kiana,
but listen, my mama got a gap. So in my family, most of the women have gaps in their teeth, and if you don't have a gap, we almost don't think you're related. Like, who are you?
Yeah, how dare you? The audacity! Wow.
Yeah, but I love
to be shunned.
Come of that part. Like some people will be like, "You kept your gap." I'm like, "You kept your face.
You kept your face."
And I have a choice, and bless your heart, you do not.
Yeah.
You so ugly.
It's the gap, and guess what? I think those are the things that make us unique.
Absolutely.
Right? So you can stand out in catalogs. You can stand out on stage.
Yes.
You have those things. Now, I know we were talking earlier about our hair.
Here we go.
Come on now. Come on. We talking about standing out because we switch our looks all the time. Now, y'all know I don't play no games. I come here every week with new hair.
Come on.
I love new hair.
I do.
I asked for that hair.
Okay, so I'll tell you the name of the company, but I ordered it. Girl, I got hair drama. First of all, I just want to say this publicly to my hairstylist. I don't know what I did to you, sis. I don't know why. This is the lady that make my wigs. Tracy, I love you. Come back, girl. Please. Whatever happened to you, girl, during the COVID, I'm going to forgive you. Forgive me. Girl,
whatever we did.
Fired me.
No.
Girl, I sent her all my wigs during COVID because I wanted her to redo them.
Yes, restore them, fix them.
Girl, do all she needed to do. And I sent it to her, and she just stopped talking to me for some reason.
Did she send the wigs back?
Hold on. So I'm calling her. This is like weeks. And I call her and I'm like, hey, are you okay? I got real life stuff going on. And you hit me up about a wig and da-da-da-da-da and blah, and boop, boop, boop. I had COVID and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so the petty side of me is like, but did you die?
Did you die? Right. And I don't want to know any of those things. Are my wigs done?
So I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were sick. You could have told me, let me know. I'm the type of friend that drop off fruit, soup, and baskets.
Yeah,
you
are.
But she didn't say nothing to me, so I didn't know. And I sent her referrals. So my cousin was like, I sent her this money. I paid her like $1,000. I hadn't heard. I don't know. Bless her heart. But whatever she was going through, and she's a caretaker for her mom. So I understand that it was a lot. But communicate with me, girl. That lady put all my wigs in the bag, child. And now I'm down here ordering wigs from China because I got to find somebody.
So wait a minute. So your wigs, she never restored them. She did return them.
She returned them. Bless her.
Okay, I have somebody for your wigs. And please bless her heart. But at this point, I don't want her back in your hair.
I want her, girl.
I don't. No.
That lady was amazing.
I know, but our hair is like the temple of everything, right?
You're right.
And so sometimes if you're just not blessed hands dealing with our hair.
I want to grace her, girl.
Yeah,
we want some grace.
Yeah. I'm not giving you any grace.
I miss you, man. I miss you. Girl, because I'm
tired of your shit.
When I tell you, I am 4 bundles in the closure.
4 bundles. Ooh, come on. We want the
hair
full.
Be heavy. Why your neck hurt? Because my wig is heavy.
Yes, and you got 2 bundles and a HD frontal.
4 bundles.
4 bundles.
4 bundles in the closure, girl. But anyway,
but Kiana, but that looks good.
Thank you. This is cute. This is something.
And we're switching it up. How important is it for your looks? So this is the part that people don't understand. Like when you have an image, it's because we create our image.
Yes.
And those are pictures, videos. These things follow us forever. It never goes away.
Yes.
They're going to always remind you what you used to be, where you were transitioning, and where you're trying to go. How important is your image for you, your look?
You know, my image is very important to me just so that I look put together.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you this, and this is a mama's thing. If you don't feel well, you get up and put some lipstick on.
That's it.
My mother would not talk to you if she don't have her B&B on, her brows and her bra. You hear me?
My B&B.
He ain't talking to you. She like, hold on, I got to put my B&B on. Mama, what you talking about? My brows and my bra.
Yeah.
You can't be talking to nobody and they swinging. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your B and your B on. So my mother is one of those, you always keep yourself together. And my grandfather used to say this: you are a Dancie, you will conduct yourself as so.
Come on.
That means your face got to be right, you got to be dressed right. And so I always make sure that I give my best.
Yeah.
When you look your best, you do better.
Yeah.
When you feel better, you just want to be. So regardless what kind of day I'm having, I'll throw on my Kelly Kale's red lipstick.
Come on, yes, let's go. Fire. I got another one for you too. I'm definitely giving it to you.
I put on my lipstick. I make sure that my hair. And see, if you got a couple wigs, honey, you never have a bad wig hair.
You
day.
never have a bad. I wish I would have a bad hair day.
The other day it was
I
raining.
shake my shit out like a coat. It's on a
hat.
hat.
Right. The other day it was raining, girl. I snatched a rain rig out the closet. What's a rain wig?
My friend got rain
wet
wigs.
and wavy.
Your friends could never have a rain wig.
Girl, why you look like that? You gotta have a rain wig.
You gotta have a rain wig. You gotta have a date wig. You gotta have a church wig.
You gotta have a sleeping in the new man wig.
Who's sleeping in the new man? Ooh, sleeping in the new man. Nope. You thought I was gonna Kiana. There's no damn way I was gonna bring you on here. We need to know. Because Kiana is always talking about you can't be a side chick. That's the thing. Like you not. We would never be a good side chick.
Kelly, I'm loud, girl. I'm so disrespectful.
You are
I'm
so loud. I love
and when
it.
I say loud, I'm not just loud out of my voice. My personality is
Oh
loud.
God, that's what I was
everywhere
thinking.
I go, I leave glitter and weave, girl. I'm shedding on everything. I'm so petty. I'm gonna kiss your window. I was here. You don't want me to be your side chick? Sir, I will ruin your life. You hear me?
So how is it dating? What's going on with you dating?
I'm single right now. And
that's okay.
The issue is not, listen, I'm healing. I'm actually in a very, very amazing place when it comes to, relations.
Okay.
I will be honest, I'm abstinent. I'm just,
how long? Wait a minute. Hold on. World, stop. Carry on. What you say?
So I broke up with my ex. When was it? 2019 or 2018? 2019. It might have been 2018.
Kiana,
2019.
2019.
Girl,
I had nothing.
I had to sew it up. I had to say,
it's so down.
I had to tie this thing down.
Stitch that thing.
I had to tighten it up. I said, let me put this thing, take this thing off the market.
I'm proud of you.
Girl, you got I want something better.
But you're dating.
I'm dating, girl.
Okay.
But it don't last long when I tell them, I ain't even bring it with me, sir.
Oh, well, you know what? So it's good to date exes then. Because you already know. Because listen, if you're got that thing stitched up, you already know what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do.
Yeah, you already know what to do.
I know what to do. But I'm going to be honest with you. My spiritual walk has really convicted me to the point where I want more. And I want the relationship to open in a way that it's not just physical.
Absolutely.
My goal for me, especially at this time in my life right now, is I want to get married.
Yeah.
I want an intimate connection with a person, a man. This is Atlanta. You got to say what you say.
Very specific.
I say a person. I mess around and have 15 girls on my D. No, ma'am.
Her,
she,
What's your pronoun?
I do not do tacos, not even on Tuesday. Crunch them up and make them nachos. Ain't nobody eat no taco. Anyway, listen.
I don't like tacos if that's what we're talking about.
I don't like tacos. No, but I'm saying to you, I want a man that sees me for more than what I have to offer between my legs. I want him to be able to pray for, with, and over me. I want him to not only build with me, but I want him to build for me. I want him to understand that I am his king, his queen, and he's my king in the kingdom. Yeah. I want him to understand that the mission for us both is that when we come together, we are better, right? Absolutely. And I just don't have, and when sometimes you cloud it when it's all sexual. I mean,
of course, we giving that physical attraction. Is a lot of times it does overshadow the fact that somebody is a lousy communicator.
Yes,
they're a lousy lover.
Yes,
because intimacy, it stretches far beyond the bedroom. Being married I understand that when me and my husband just lay in the bed, literally when it rains and we talk, I'm like, I love the fuck out of him because I get to love on him. But when we don't communicate, I'm like, what's going on? Because that line is broken. So that's important. Do you want kids?
Yeah, girl.
I cannot
Let me
wait.
say it louder. Yes.
I cannot wait. And I know you got a lot of people who's going to potentially be the godmother, but I'm in line as well. I want to.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I definitely would want to be a part of that baby life. That baby is going to be something for the book.
Yes.
If you think that your mama daughter was something, that Dancie girl, and even though the daddy will have the baby will have the last name and it'll be a whole other thing, it still would be a Dancie.
Right. And so let me just be clear, because I know oftentimes people.
And I made it a girl, by the way.
I am 44. And I have no qualms with my age. My grandmother died at 43 years old from a heart attack.
So we're celebrating.
So I am celebrating every day that I'm on this earth. And if you have not thought about anything or have not realized anything at all, you got to know that life is very, very short.
Absolutely.
Science have allowed us to have babies later. And the reason why I chose to not have a child when I could have had a child earlier is because, first of all, one, I didn't want to be a single mom.
Yeah.
Not to say that I would have necessarily had to been, but let's be clear, as I just told you, girl, I've been proposed to multiple times. When the man say I look like his future, I said, well, I'm sorry, sir, because you don't look like mine. You don't look like my future.
But they want you so much. They want a proposal.
They propose.
That's big though. They saying like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and you like, no, thank you.
No, and you know, I understand what I want.
What do you want? Give me some requirements. Tell me some. No, listen, because we know. I need to know. What does it take for a man to? We know.
Oh God, how did we get here?
Because we need it. I need to hear it because I'm hooking you up with somebody great. I know somebody. Don't look like that. I can know great people.
First of all, he must be a believer.
Come on.
I don't care who. Listen, I believe in Christ. I don't care if
center of our joy.
Man, listen.
My peace, my gratitude.
If you start talking to me, you believe in that white God. But whatever, however, whatever. I can find out that God is a polka dot striped goat.
And I'm believing
I'm going to pray.
Thank you, polka dot.
And the reason why I need that, like you said, center and your joy and the peace that I need. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how people not understand or not believe that there's really a God, because the things that we have been through, the things that I've been through, sis, I'm not supposed to be here.
Stuff that he carried you through when you should have lost it all.
Y'all do not understand.
Yeah.
I should be dead.
Come on.
I mean, my girlfriend and I talked about a couple weeks ago, and she said, you remember when we were 16 years old and we got in that car with that man and he said you would never go home and never see your parents again? And my father used to tell me, I say this all the time, my father wasn't Sweet Honey Iced Tea. I'm trying to do better.
Yeah,
my father is not Sweet Honey Iced Tea, but my father was Sweet Honey Iced Tea. He was the bomb.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me all the time, Kiana, your mouth gonna get you in and out of trouble. Because they call me radio in my family.
Oh, God.
My grandfather used to be like, cut that radio off.
No.
Shut her up.
No, it's on. It's on. We ain't even got no damn TV. We listen to the radio.
So my father used to tell me, your mouth can get you in and out of trouble. So when me and my girlfriend got in that car with that person and that man said that we weren't going home, immediately I knew what to do. I went to talking to the point that man pulled over and let us out.
Kiana, hold on, Kiana. I know this is supposed to be a sad mom. You mean to tell me you not talked your way out of
I didn't talk myself out of kidnapping.
Mama used to tell me, girl. If somebody kidnapped me, they'll take me back because I talk too much.
True story. And let me tell you how
this is a lifetime movie.
Me.
Come on,
God.
God.
Let me tell you how God saved me. Because me and my girlfriend were already trying to get out of the car, but he had rigged the door and we could not get out the door. He had put a gun on the dashboard and he looked back and he said, y'all not going home. I said, yes, I am. And she is too. And I went to talking. And it got on his nerves so bad, he stopped in the middle of a busy street, threw the car in park, opened the door and said, get the fuck out.
Girl, I would have been like, oh, nothing but the blood could have.
You hear me?
Kiana.
So me and my friend laughed about that. She said, girl,
we can laugh now.
We didn't talk ourselves out some situations, but that man, he had intended to kill us or keep us. But let me tell you how the grace of God has covered me. So I don't even get into the debate. Listen, whoever you pray to, you can pray to your crystals, your rocks, your stones, your whatever, whatever you do.
Yeah.
But I am going to pray to Jesus Christ.
Thank you,
and
God.
that to me is enough to make me sane. So keep me sane. Now, he has to be a believer.
Yeah. Come on, you're a believer.
He has to be a provider.
You have to.
You know, I went on a date and the man asked me, what you mean? What's a provider? Check, please.
Okay, wait.
If you don't know what a provider is, sir, this is not going to go anywhere.
And if I have to be like word for word to you a provider, it's an issue.
It's an issue.
We're going to have issues.
I don't want all the time. So he has to be a provider. He has to be,
But there's an equal. So let's be very clear, because a lot of times when people say provider, there's talks of men going around and saying their women don't have to pay bills and things like that. A provider is someone, because you can pay your own bills. A provider is
I don't want to. No, I'm just like.
Kiana, I know. I don't pay my bills either. And and my family and friends, they like, why? James just always been that person. But we have a wonderful understanding.
Yes.
He pays the bills.
Yes.
And our life is good.
Listen, this is the thing.
But I take care of the trips.
Yes.
I take care of all the other stuff. Like, we have a balance.
You have an understanding.
We have an understanding, but he's a provider.
Yeah.
But I would have been okay if he said, like, listen, you have to pay the car note, the insurance, and I would have been okay. I've had those type of arrangements. Is that fine with you as well? Or
I plead the fifth, but listen to me. You ain't about to back me in the corner, and there's a man out there looking at me talking about I pay all her bills, and I'm talking about I pay this.
Come
I pay
on,
that.
you're right.
No,
come on,
but let me keep it 100. Like I say on set, when I say on my jokes, when I'm on stage, I say the half that we bring into relationship as a woman is your bottom half. First off, as the first. Now I'm not just equating us just to the sex. I'm not. But what I am saying is when you have a good woman, especially in your life, there's a certain amount of favor that you're gonna get from him just because you have a good woman in your life. Yes, I'm being funny. I say half. Yes, try to have a heterosexual relationship without a woman.
Yeah, come on,
and see how far you go.
Yeah,
so you do need a woman in your life, especially if you want the favor of God, especially if you're saying, Anyway, we can get into that.
We get at this good, but okay.
Right. So I'm saying, so that starts with your half. Now, again, ladies, you do not watch your man suffer
at all.
You do not watch your man struggle.
Yeah.
If that man is down, you be his up. You be his peace to his war. Don't let that man fall apart because you sitting in here talking about, I'm the woman, I don't pay no bills. Don't be a sorry woman in that capacity.
Yeah.
You build him up wherever he is short and wherever he's weak. That is the equality that I'm looking for. Yeah. But I believe wholeheartedly that a man, hold on, this is what I did not tell you.
Yeah.
My daddy said, I told you my daddy wasn't Sweet Honey Iced Tea, but he was Sweet Honey Iced Tea.
Yeah.
My father told me at 10 years old, sis, he said, a real man don't feel good about himself if he don't have an M&M. I'm 10. I don't know what that means. I said, Daddy, what's M&M? He said, M&M. Man, he said, a man don't feel good if his manhood ain't good.
Uh-huh.
And if his money ain't good.
You better know it.
And he said, if you got any sense, you'll get a man with some nuts.
Yeah!
You making I wish I would have some M&Ms with some nuts.
I would have a plain M&M.
Clearly, when I didn't know what he meant when I was 10, but baby, when I turned 18,
give me the M&M.
I want the M&Ms with the nuts.
I want nuts. I don't even know if I'm allergic to nuts. Give me nuts.
Because it's something about a man who feels when his swag is different, his walk is different. When his money is good, he is on. When his sex is amazing, he is on. Now you can be if you got good sex, somebody will pay for you.
Somebody pay for you. You gotta sex your way into a relationship.
Right. When your money good, you know what I'm saying, you'll buy you one.
But that's the bottom half. We just saying life.
But at the end of the day, a man feels good when everything is in order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And same for a woman. She feels good when everything is in order.
Yeah.
So my goal is not necessarily to say, I just want a man with some money. No, I want a man that is at peace with who he is.
Yeah.
And most men.
Money will come. We know money come and go.
But most men feel better about themselves when they're able to make a decision. And the decision.
The breadwinner.
That part.
I mean, let's just keep it real.
Decisions,
the breadwinners, they feel better about themselves.
Yep.
And honestly, as being, because you're a dominant woman.
Yeah.
And it's not that we can't respect our men. We just have a dominant position.
Yeah, and
we're in a dominant personality. We're in this field where we dominate most things that we do.
Yeah.
So a man will have to have his ducks in a row in order to deal with you. And that's the bottom line.
He has to be comfortable. I've been with a couple guys who just were very insecure about who I am and what I do.
Maybe because you've been on so many movies and the TV shows, and you started tours.
All men. Like, I remember my ex was like, you mean to tell me you ain't never had sex with Country Wayne?
What? No.
You think I'm gonna sign up to be the ninth baby mama? Boy,
no. And even if it was the first baby mama, I don't shit where I eat.
And Country Wayne is dope.
He is, and he fine.
And he rich.
But he's my coworker. And he's fertile. Okay, I don't know.
Very.
Yeah. God damn. So we not Country Wayne, but they find it hard to believe that as women, we not attracted to these men. Man, we in this same industry, and I really want them to treat me like one of the fellas.
Yes.
But respect me as a woman.
Yeah,
and
I love that.
And when I have that type of energy, it goes so far in this career. You have been on multiple TV shows, multiple movies, and all those things are great. But right now, the project that you're working on, for me, it sits in a place where I can relate. When you speak of being molested, I've been there. When you speak of having a father that is the sugar honey iced tea, but also not the sugar honey iced tea, I can relate to that mother. And those things can all be heavy weight on us.
Yeah.
And some people call it weight, but you call it bags.
I call it bags. And we all go
Come
ahead.
on.
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, because we have some bags that we
Yeah.
have to release in order to float up to where we need to be.
Come
A lot of things
on.
are holding us down, and we
Yes.
want to hold on to it because it's a designer bag.
Yeah.
And it reminds us of what we used to be, could have been, and
or wanna be.
a wannabe.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff, if we let go, it's a lighter bag. It's more efficient.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things in there that can move us to the next level.
Yeah.
How is that going for you right now? What is that doing? Because B.A.G.S is a nonprofit.
Yes.
But now we're into the baggage
Come
claim.
on, research. Okay.
Come on.
So let me just say this.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called Bye Bye B.A.G.S, Laughing to Lighten the Load.
Bye B.A.G.S.
Laughing to Lighten the Load, where I discuss healing myself, heal through whole through laughter.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't deep. When I wrote the book, I literally got the bags under my eyes removed. So I was laying there, couldn't do nothing but think.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna write this book because I'm trying to capitalize. Everything is always trying to figure out content, merchandise and things of that nature. So I said, I'm gonna write this book. So as I'm laying there in the bed, I'm like, oh God, I'm having a conversation with the Lord, honey. It was very petty. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, she said it wasn't even a deep.
It was a petty conversation.
Oh Lord, here I
I'm
am.
ashamed to tell you. I said, Lord, listen. My plastic surgeon was black. I don't know if he cheated on his test. I need my eyes to be the same size. I want to look prettier and I want to be younger.
Yes!
And God he said, daughter,
Uh-huh.
he said, yes, you will heal prettier and yes, you will heal younger, but you're ugly on the inside.
Ooh,
Boom! In my chest.
Layers.
I said, who you calling ugly? And he answered me again. He said, you.
Yeah.
And I knew what he meant.
Oh, that's
and
heavy.
it hit me in this. When I say hit me in that I said, wait a minute.
The hot shot
I said, what you talking about? He said, oh no, you gonna hear me. And
loud and clear. That's
how
how you know it was God. Because you received that loud and clear.
Yeah, loud and clear. And oftentimes people say, God don't talk to me. Oh, he speaks to you, but you don't hear it. You ignore it.
You ignore it because it ain't what you want to hear.
It ain't what you want to hear.
It's not appealing to your flesh. It's not appealing to your plans. It's not appealing to what you thought was next. Get out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm laying in the bed. I had bandages over my eyes, and I was just crying, knowing that I shouldn't have been because I'm trying to heal. Because I actually got my plastic surgery on a show called Atlanta Plastics.
Okay.
So I had to heal her fast.
Okay.
So I'm laying in the bed and I'm like crying. I'm boohooing. He said, you got work to do. He said, you can be inconsiderate, inconsistent. He said, you can be curt, you can be dismissive, you can be passive, and you can be aggressive. I don't like it. He said, fix it. And I said, all right. So I said, well, what must I do? And so I called my mom. I said, Mommy, come upstairs. Call my mama. She said, I'm only coming up there if you pay me or feed me. I said, I'm going to feed you. I'm going to send you some food. So I'm going to get you Uber Eats, whatever you want. And so she came upstairs. I had my mother write down 3 things. I had her write down one thing that reminded me of an insecurity, one thing that reminded me of a shortcoming, and one thing that reminded me of a failure of my own. Okay. And I needed to write those down because, first of all, those are bags that I carry. Yeah. What we fail to realize, our baggage that we carry, first of all, is a choice. You don't have to pick it up.
You better know
Second of all, baggage is anything unresolved from your past.
Yeah.
I'm a child molestation survivor. I walked around like it was like I molested myself. Mm-hmm. And then I lost my dream job as a TV show host as if I did something wrong or like it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. I walked around with my head bowed down like it's over for me, which we knew that's not to be true.
At all.
On top of that, I also was in a long-term relationship, right? 10 years, 19 years old to 29. I loved that man so much. I loved him till I was empty.
Yeah.
God. I was so busy looking backwards at how long we were together. I forgot to turn around and look forward at how much time I was going to waste. He was a good guy, but not the right person for me.
That's good.
So I had to get myself together. Good. So as I'm writing it down, I wrote it down. And when I was able to get up, I tore it up. You know why? Because first of all, the first step to healing is acknowledging that there is a problem.
That's it.
I acknowledged it. I tore it up because it's trash to me. And then third, I burnt it.
Yeah.
I set that thing on fire.
To never go to deal with again.
Never.
You been young.
Set it on
I'm
fire.
And it's something about the burning.
Yes.
It's something about the burning.
Yes.
We know that it can heal. When if you got a little needle and you got a splinter, you're going to burn it first.
Burn it.
You burn that first so we can get that.
You burn it to purify. You burn it to get rid of. Just
come
like
on. Pastor Dancie, Bishop.
Okay, don't play with me. In the forest, when they have the weeds and the underbrush, they set it on fire to start anew. So something new can grow up. Now, understand that biblically fire has a connotation. It has a representation. Yeah. There's a reason. There's a meaning for the fire. So I knew that I had to go through that thing. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally thought my world was coming to an end.
Absolutely.
All level. Every time something happened, I was like, oh, why it's me?
Yeah.
But you got to go through that so that you can become the who you are today.
You have to go through that because that was minor to what you about to experience.
That part.
Because what you're about to embark on, what the feelings and the emotions that's about to come, you're gonna be so ready. Like, ooh, if I didn't heal from that, this would have been big. This is so small because. It's going to require you to go further now. Oh, you betting on yourself?
Come on.
Oh.
So as I was going through that and I said, okay, God, I wrote the book. Now what? Now what? He said, baggage claim. I can't take credit for none of this. I was laying there and I said, baggage claim. He said, yeah, baggage claim. He said, you telling these women to get rid of their emotional baggage that they haven't even acknowledged that they have. Yeah. Ooh, everybody walking around here, I'm good. But really? You're good, but you're plucking out your eyebrows, pulling out your eyelashes, pulling out your edges. You cutting yourself. You're drinking. You're smoking. All these things because you're trying to mask something that you're dealing with that you're too afraid to acknowledge. Overeating, lying, over shopping, over sexing, giving
everything.
yourself to someone that does not deserve you. Yeah. So all those things says that you don't feel worthy. All these things you need to address. Yeah. So baggage claim. Baggage claim is a safe place. It's a women's empowerment celebration for women to come claim, release, and heal from the emotional baggage that we carry or have been carrying. Now, I want to say this, and I mean this to all of your male viewers. Yeah. Just because we're empowering women does not mean we're emasculating men. Right. I want the men to know, once a woman is, first of all, let me keep it 100.
Let's keep it, I'm ready for the 100.
A healed woman.
A happy woman.
A happy woman. Baby, the juice
is whole woman.
A whole woman. The juice is flowing. She stitched up.
I'm talking about you.
Okay.
She stitched up.
Okay, see, since you're putting all my business out there. Like I said,
that thing is ready, woman.
I say a happy, whole, and healed woman, the juices flow. And I'm saying she's a better woman. Mentally, she's good. Physically, she's better. You know, when she's happy, whole, and healed, you got to honor that. So I want the fellas to know we're not coming in there to bash men. We're coming in there to fix us.
Once you better
that part, you fix the woman, you fix the home, you fix the home, you fix the community. You fix the community, eventually you fix the world. Our goal is to impact the world in a positive way. Mm-hmm. And as I explained, it's no me without you. There's no you without me. We need each other.
I have so I'm a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Delta Kappa Chapter, Central State.
All that?
HBCU grad.
Okay.
Right. So I come from a place.
I'm a me.
I'm
a Democrat of Gwinnett County.
Yes, you are.
I'm a member of the Ladies Brunch Club.
Come on. All the same things, right?
Yeah.
Women empowering women. But we simply had a thing that kept us encouraged. When I look at you, I see myself. Mm-hmm. If my eyes are unable to see you as my sister, it is because my own vision is blurred. Not because I need you, because I need you to help me understand who I am, right? If I can't look at you and see you in a reflection like, God, okay, no jealousy, no gripe, no anger. Oh, this is what I can become. This is what I need to do to get there, and vice versa. Oh, I've been there. We all need each other. Iron sharpens iron is such a statement that people just throw out there, but it's so real when you realize that you standing next to iron.
Yeah, and it almost requires that you sit up a little better.
Come on,
you pull up.
You do.
You don't want to be the slouch.
You do what?
You don't.
No,
pull
up.
Head
high
and arch your back and keep your head straight up and keep so you won't tilt your crown. But if you with the sister and she got her head down, what you do is
lift her up. Yeah. Shout out to boss lady Natalia. She said, "Stop pulling up in a Bentley, acting like you in a neon. No disrespect to a neon, but stop pulling up." Being that and dimming your light because other people may not be in the Bentley. Yeah. Be in the Bentley and let people know how you got in the Bentley.
Let me give you another way of thinking about that.
Okay, let's go.
Pull up in a neon.
Ooh.
As if you were in a Bentley.
Yes, it.
Because what you are today, you may not be there
tomorrow. Come on.
You got to speak it into your life.
That's
you got to say, when I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I said, baby, me and these thin edges, you going to grow.
Come on, you shall grow, edges. Castor black,
castor you going to grow. You going to be wealthy. You going to be rich. You going to be whole. You going to be happy. You going to be healthy.
You going to be debt free. You going to be set free. Come on. Come
on. Yes.
Jobs and better jobs. Bonuses. You hear me? Walking
Incoming.
I love it. And this is the thing that people don't understand. So we're on stage and we're funny and we're saying some of those things that could be cringy, but they're real. Yeah. And we saying those things and we being transparent. Yeah. But this is the stuff that moves us to the next level. Yes. This is the business moves. Like we're making one step to make the next.
Yeah. I would have never seen this for myself. I'll be very honest.
Oh God, what?
I'll tell you,
I love it.
have heard God speaking to me and I was like, hold on, Lord, I ain't done cussing yet. Can you slow down? Like, hold on, Lord. I know that's a lot of pressure. I know you got a lot of things in mind for me, but I still want to cuss. I want to, So my thing is, I didn't see this for me.
Yeah.
But as long as I ran from it, now that I'm here, it feels good. Mm-hmm. So like I introduced my book. I have my women's empowerment celebration, and then also I have a journal. Yeah. I have a workbook that's an accompaniment to the book that allows you to kind of journal what you're going through, how you feeling. There are days that you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, who are you? Mm-hmm. I'm a child of God. I am Denise's Dancie's daughter. Mm-hmm. I am Eric Dancie's sister. I am proud. I am honest. I am consistent. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm an author. All these things you have to remind yourself of who you are.
You have to write it down. Write the vision. And make it plain. You have to write it down in a plan.
But guess what? You make that plan, God gonna switch it. But you know what to do.
But at least it's a semi roadmap, right? At least you have a goal, outline to do something. Some people are literally living in a life with no plan. They just wake up like, what am I doing today? That has to be torture.
That's because you have to find your purpose.
Yeah.
And finding your purpose is not an easy thing.
And it's walking in gratitude and finding your purpose too, because a lot of times we have our purpose, but we're so ungrateful looking at someone else's journey that we can't even fulfill our purpose.
And we don't honor our purpose.
Oh, don't honor our purpose.
Don't honor our purpose. And I think it's important that people understand that even not knowing what your purpose is, you do find what brings you peace. And if you figure out what brings you peace and the things that you enjoy, eventually your purpose will come to you. I believe wholeheartedly that we are here for a very short amount of time for a reason. My mother used to tell me when we were growing up, my brother and I, you got 24 hours. For example, if something upset us or we got mad or we were angry or whatever, she would say, you got 24 hours. And she literally would set the clock.
Yeah.
And it's ticking. By that 24th hour, she'll come to you. You still mad?
Yeah.
You still sad? You angry?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give you need more time. I need more time. Okay, I'm going to set the clock again. So she'll give you another 24 hours. But then she'll say, before I set this clock, I need you to know that if you, just imagine if you were to die on that 25th hour and you wasted 24 hours being mad about something you cannot change.
Oh, it's over.
I'm not saying that you don't honor whatever you've been through. I'm not saying that you don't acknowledge it. I'm not saying you don't feel bad. But what I am saying, get up.
Get up.
Put some lipstick on.
Yeah.
Put your best bra on your
Put your bra on your brows.
Put your B in your B
Put your B in your B on. And go look for your M&M. Now, let me say this. First of all, this has been by far like life-changing for me. This is good. This is energy and we need it. I need it. I understand like the next level I'm going to. And I know how you said you didn't see it. I knew it. So I'm a comedian, but I know this is not it. I just don't know if it's going to be ministry or I know it's going to be in front of the people because I move people. I'm a conductor of people. And so I understand it. But seeing you and your purpose allows me to be free. Allows me to be free. And so I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you in front of all of my viewers. I want to say thank you to you that listen, your work, your trials, your tribulations, your shortcomings, your insecurity, your mountains and your valleys were all for, if not no one, me, right? Yeah. And so if you could change one person's life, which you're changing thousands of women's lives, man, job well done. Yeah, job well done. And I appreciate you because we talk all the time. Yeah. But to have this and for the world to know this is through the thick and thin that people don't understand. And it has us at this place. Is this the ultimate peak? No, this is just one mountaintop. Yeah. There's more to come.
Let me tell you about marketplace ministry.
Okay.
It happens anywhere. Yeah. It's never a time that I step foot on any stage and I don't say if you don't know God for your own, if you don't have a relationship with him yourself, you need to find one.
I'm talking about I got a Hennessy in my hand saying it. Huh? Because God has no boundaries.
And guess what? Church is not necessarily a building.
At all.
So I tell people all the time, I'm going to meet you where you are.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to let you know, this is not the end for you. It's not the end for me. It's only the beginning for us. Anytime that you can do it for the kingdom, God will return that for you. He will let you know. So, Kelly, I got something for you that's going to blow your mind.
Beyond your imagination.
Come on. When Pastor Brian said he wanted to bring the people in that smoke weed.
I love it.
I love it. Let me tell you why. Because the enemy will have you believe because because you smoke weed that you're not worthy.
Yeah.
Because you drink, you are not worthy. First of all, those people who are smoking weed and drinking may have something that they're trying to mask, something that they're running from. So they need a place of refuge where they can come and say, hey, I have found peace and joy in God. I don't need this. But if that's what you need for right now, that's all right.
Or they gonna smoke weed forever and realize that they're a better person.
That part.
You get what I'm saying? Because some people, you take the weed away from you, like, my God, they can't function. So we don't know what those things are.
And I ain't in none of it.
And we ain't in none of it.
Right. But we're gonna celebrate being happy, whole, and healed.
We're celebrating, we're loving, and this is the reason why we do this.
Yes.
This is the reason why we come together. I'm extremely happy that I have this platform to experience life through your lens.
Thank you.
Through your baggage
Thank
claim,
you.
right? And I want to make sure too that we give more information about bags.
Get
your tickets.
Right. Okay. And then also B.A.G.S. It's called it's B.A.G.S because it's becoming a guiltless survivor.
Ooh.
This is what I learned.
Okay.
As a child molestation survivor, it wasn't just me. I was the person that was getting molested, but the fallout of that was my mother felt guilty.
Of course.
My mother felt guilty because she couldn't protect me. People around me. So like there's been some things in my life that I felt guilty that why did I live, or why did this happen? I wish I could have done better. So B.A.G.S, the whole point of B.A.G.S is to steer you to the right direction.
Okay.
Meaning your mental health professionals. If you need an accountability partner, B.A.G.S is the person the organization that can help you do that. We will steer you to the help that you need. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a bishop. But I am your compass. I'm going to put you in the right direction to get the help that you need.
I love it. Thank you for being a liaison for those people who don't know and may feel comfortable telling you, and then you be that path.
Yeah, and we're 501. Is it 3C or 3 whatever?
501C.
Yep, that.
Yeah, 501.
It's a 3 in there
3.
somewhere.
Oh, 501c?
Yes, that part. So
okay.
that we are.
It's a 501c3.
501c3.
That's that.
Okay.
There it is.
So when you make your donation,
come on, we're looking for donations.
Yes, it can be written off. You got till December 31st to write it all off. So give me some money.
Okay. Please give some money, give some of your time. I love you. Listen, we did it again. Myron, we miss you. We miss you, Myron. But when you come back, maybe, you know what? Not even maybe. I know for a fact that you are one of those people that I would love to have come back. Because if we think that the baggage claim happened here, we travel, baby.
Oh, it's worldwide.
Abroad, baby.
Baggage claim is worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Yes.
We doing this. Y'all need to just make sure y'all subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing, because people need to know if you enjoyed it, which I know you did, because we just gave you everything you needed. Lots. We just gave you info. We just gave you love. We gave you transparency. But more importantly, we gave you ourselves on a silver platter, and you're not going to get that often, but you're going to get it right here. Through Thick and Thin, the podcast.